Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nick Mullins and the San Francisco 49ers versus Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends, because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete to Hightower. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Wentz now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Sanders, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. Good move at the 30. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
They run it with McKinnon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. Well, Charles, for the Philadelphia Eagles, it's an 0-2 start to 2020. They were losers in the opener at Washington, and then the Rams came in and handed it to them in Week 2, 37-19. Carson Wentz, outplayed by the man, drafted one spot higher than him in the 2015 draft, and he finished 26 of 43, 242 yards, but 2 more interceptions. So, Charles, that's now 4 picks that he's thrown in 2 games.
And he didn't counterbalance it in this game with a touchdown pass. Didn't have one. So that made things even more difficult for this Philadelphia Eagles team. He did say it after the game, turnovers are killing us. He's well aware. But don't forget, he's got a jumbled offensive line in front of him. They've had injury on top of injury, changes of position throughout this early going. They've got to get settled in there to give him a better chance. Remember, he was sacked 8 times in the season opener at Washington. Now they get to host the winless Bengals in Week 3. And normally you would think that's a week to get right, Brandon. But that's not going to be so easy. Joe Burrow's playing awfully well. And these Bengals, they're feeling like a team that's starting to get better and better.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. This will be taken in by Hightower. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And that's the rookie Javon Kinlaw who got in there to bring him down.
Well, in the short time this San Francisco organization has been configured the way that it is, you've seen their draft patterns. And when they traded DeForest Buckner to Indianapolis, many people were wondering what's going to happen to the interior of the defensive line. Well, they replaced him right away with Javon Kinlaw, the rookie out of South Carolina, and I expect him to make a big impact early as a rookie. Plays with great leverage. I love his hands and really good intensity each and every snap.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now left side on the swing pass. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Keeps himself upright. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the 49ers again offensively. And this is a team, Charles, that after week 2 is really just decimated with injuries. That's the bad news. The good news, they did get the victory pretty convincingly in New York over the Jets. But, gosh, they came into this game with injuries to George Kittle, Richard Sherman, and Deebo Samuel. And they leave with season-ending injuries to Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas on that defense. Jimmy Garoppolo had the ankle sprain. Raheem Mostert left. I mean, it is not looking good right now on the injury front for San Francisco.
It certainly is not. Now, one thing that may help them is the relaxed injured reserve rules this year, right? You can bring guys back quicker than you could before, and I believe you can bring more back. So that could help them if some of them can return. Some of them, it appears, will not return. These injuries look like they're season-ending. They've got a heck of a battle on their hands. They will play the Giants this week at the same site. But if you go back to last season, health helps you get to a Super Bowl, as we all know. That's not just last season. That's any season. But last year, San Francisco, hardly any lost time to any key players. A little bit different here in 2020.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Brought down by Nate Gehry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 1st down, Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
When you use the phrase menacing presence, you have to be talking about the rookie out of South Carolina, Javon Kinlaw. Ended up being the number 14 overall pick in this draft. And what a rise and what a backstory to make it to the number 14 pick. A lot of people thought Javon Kinlaw wasn't going to make it out of junior college and then dominated people in the SEC. Great power, great strength, and surprising quickness that gets him upfield and gets him in the face of quarterbacks.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
He's definitely one of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's been a Pro Bowler the last 5 years running. When you run against Fletcher Cox, good luck.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give. This is McKinnon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
On first down, McKinnon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's McKinnon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A give running left. It's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 26. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end, Zach Ertz, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 46 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on 2nd down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's in his zone. Second quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wentz to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Wentz. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Here comes Pettis on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check back. 57. Mike, 57.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, what's the ball? 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is born. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 6. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll look to throw right away. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running right, here's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. 11 yards there, 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, it's Wentz. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Greg Ward there to make the grab. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Wentz again. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
To throw is Wentz. That's complete to Ward. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing?
Brings up 2nd
You can't
and 2
get past me.
at the Niners' 23-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 14. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll try the left side. Sanders. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on first down. McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
Thus far, he's been quite the dual threat. Touchdown on the ground, another through the air. He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position. Guys who can do everything running it, but also act as receivers. And I don't just mean, you know, the stopgap guys. I don't mean safety valve. I'm talking about big-time parts of it, whether they're going to split out, whether they're going to swing out of the backfield. Sometimes they act like a true wide receiver, and he's having that type of a game in this one.
It'd be interesting to see if he can keep...
And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. This will be taken in by Hightower. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side. It's Sanders. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's airing it out for Sanu. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Screen play, McKinnon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers are back within a score.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game, or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his 2nd straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another run with Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. 23 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Second and 10 now from the 27. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. 56 to Mark, 56.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.